What can I'm learning Japanese just so I can understand this. I just pressed it with my knee. Okay. So hi everyone. Today I've got my Japanese lesson. So if you don't know, I go to Japanese school twice a week after work. I wanted to show you guys how I study Japanese and what I do, because for me, I've been on and off learning Japanese for 5 years. It's embarrassing to say. There was a good 4 years when I didn't actually do anything. So between that, and I think the reason why I couldn't learn Japanese was because I just had no idea where to start. Japanese is so different than English, except for like weird words like seta, sweater. But I just had no idea where to start or where to continue, which is one of the main reasons why I started my Japanese school. I just needed some direction, so I hope to share that direction with you guys. I'm at about Japanese N5, so I'm not a beginner, but being a beginner was not so long ago, so I can kind of give you guys some tips. Right now I'm just at the bridge between N5 and N4. So today I'm going to be studying for my class that's tonight. I'm going to be revising what I did last week and preparing some for tonight's lesson. So I want to show you guys what books I use, what kanji I study, how I've got so far, and advise you guys on how to continue. So everything that I use to study is in this folder. This is my beloved friend that I bring with me to work every day, and I study. Well, I don't, some days I just look at it, to be honest. But anyway, I'll talk you through what's inside of this. The first book that I have is this book, Basic Grammar and Conversation. I don't think this book is available to buy. I think this book is made by my Japanese school. No, it's just like this. We have some just basic examples. We follow sentence patterns like that. We'll see more of that later. This book, which is my file for just studying, and we follow this book in class. So we always learn new vocab, new kanji, and new grammar every lesson. This is from some of the last lessons, so we'll take a look at that later too. And then we have this, which I hope to share more with you guys. This is like a study plan. So today I'm going to be learning how to make comparisons in Japanese.
Here's a more detailed look at the study plan. So if you want, you can take a look at this and follow this in your own self-study. So today I'm doing comparison practice.
Then represent BTS, I've got my notebook, which is actually my pride and joy of my Japanese lessons. I really like to make cute notes. Look at, actually, I don't know if I actually learn as much as I color in these pages, but it's cute. And then my last thing that I have is my kanji notebook. I'm not sure if you can get this abroad, but it's basically just like a math square book that's exactly for practicing kanji. So that's where I will practice my kanji writing. So let's start.
So I usually start off by making a to-do list, so I know exactly what I have to do that day. And it just makes me feel better when I know what goals I have and when I can see that I've accomplished them. So this is it. So I've got kanji, homework, study grammar, and study vocabulary. This is my kanji work, so please do send me a photo if you try it out. I usually start off by practicing kanji, and I have to write it out many times. The way I usually do it is I'll write about maybe 30 the first day, and then the second day continue writing it until I remember the stroke order. But there's no easy way to learn kanji. I don't use any apps. Does anybody recommend? Please tell me in the comments what apps you recommend for learning kanji. I usually just remember from seeing it around the streets or just writing it out, but I know there are better ways. Definitely, I've heard of the website called Kanji that you can use it. So today I'm learning comparatives. So at the bottom of the screen, I've written out the rules that were given in my book of how to make the comparisons. So which do you like more? Ice cream or chocolate, for example. I like chocolate better because it is delicious. Well, that's in English, but you know, that's what I'm learning. So here's a closer look at my textbook. So each kind of unit gives us a description of the grammar, and then it gives us examples and space to practice ourselves. In my class, we usually per lesson learn one piece of grammar. So in the lesson after this video that I made, we learned this one and we practice the grammar, and then the rest of the class we practice speaking using that new grammar, and then at home I do the examples and I write it out myself in my notebook. And I always divide the examples into what is noun, what is adjective, using different colors, because sometimes I find with Japanese it's hard to know what order or where different words should go. So I always use a color coordination of where the noun is, what noun and what adjective, or the particles like to, wa, no, for example, like that. If you copy my notebook style, I'd be so happy. Please send me a photo on Instagram if my notes inspired you. I do take pride in my notes. I think they're really cute. So if you use this style, please send me a picture. After I finish writing up my notes, I will then take off my to-do list. So finished with kanji, finished with grammar and vocab, and now it's time to do homework. If you like, take a screenshot of this and try it yourself. Send me a picture on Instagram and I'll correct it for you. Because my teacher already corrected mine. I can't teach you, but I can correct it. So please let me know if you've done it. So you can see the homework again revises the new vocabulary. Today we learned seasons, grammar and kanji. And then I check Google Translate for the correct spellings. Does anybody recommend another app for specifically Japanese to English? Finished.
Study is finished. And I have Uber Eats coming now, and then I have my lesson at 7 o'clock. So I won't bring you along for the lesson just because I should probably not record my school's private lesson. But thank you for joining me in my study. Please let me know in the comments what more you would like to learn. I'd be happy to tell you all how I study, or I'd be happy to give you some advice on where to start. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.